Hi guys, my name's Cora, and for my CCR3, I'm going to be doing a director's commentary to discuss how our production skills developed throughout the film. And I'm going to start off with research and planning of the film. So my team and I researched different editing platforms before we started filming to see what would work best, and we ended up choosing Clipchamp, produced by Microsoft. We looked at a variety of different platforms, but that one just worked the best for us because we thought it was easier to navigate through, and it offered us a lot of different things that we could use for our film. We also researched a variety of different films, including Talk to Me, which is actually produced by the independent movie studio A24, and The Barbarian, to get more of a grasp on the horror parts we wanted to incorporate in our film. Also, a big part of how we produced our film would be through the survey that we made a few months ago. This helped us get feedback on what people liked and what people didn't like, and we kind of just took those and incorporated it into our film as we saw best. So, without further ado, let's take a look at our film to see what we did. So just right there, we have lighting. To start off, we use the glitch effect on Clipchamp, kind of to give it like a staticky effect. And we also incorporated that in multiple places in the film, which you'll see soon. And also, this is one of the scenes where you see how we put lighting into effect, how we played with it on the phone. We messed around with it on the phone screen, dimming the lighting or making it brighter depending on what the scene was. So just right there, the car effect was not actually from Paulina's car. It was actually a sound that we found on YouTube, and we just put it in the clip. We thought it'd be a lot smoother to put in instead of the actual car sound. And Clipchamp made it really easy to make this two sounds cohesive and sound really good together. So it was smooth and it wasn't like a choppy transition. So again, there's like the staticky glitch effect as we have for the names. So for the editing, we tried our best to have each scene cut out when the beat dropped, and we filmed probably a total of 10 clips. But obviously, there's more than 10 clips shown in the scene, but it was chopped up to make it fit the audio, so that worked out. And we also tried to have the names of the characters pop up as the characters showed up, kind of to familiarize the audience with who they were seeing. So that was like a fade out, fade in, which is what we learned in our media class, which I think was a really big help. We went over a lot of different like editing techniques and styles, which we incorporated in our film a lot. So that was one of my favorites actually. But so the fade in and fade out, we also had to play around with the lighting to make it match up, like the lighting from the phone. And we had over 10 clips of the car driving around, just so we had to see which one worked best for the film. And that's one that we ended up choosing. So.
Hi, thank you.
Wait, are we still hanging out tomorrow?
I don't know. I have to talk to my dad.
So here you see the different camera angles. There's a high camera angle shot and also a low camera angle shot, but not really to show the difference in like powers between the two characters, but kind of just to show like a difference in perspective that one might have towards the other. And like here you can see like
Bro, but it's
Cora
summer.
chimes in, Cora chimes in to like kind of shows like the difference in perspectives between the two. And this makes the connection with the audience more personal, and you can also feel like the characters are that they're in the character's shoes.
No, but you know how my dad is, so I'll let you guys know.
So definitely one of the most difficult parts in this was incorporating the music, and so it kind of goes from a really like loud music scene to a quieter music scene, and as you can see, like the car is like moving away. It wasn't the sound that you hear now wasn't actually coming from the car. We had to put like a fainter audio over it because we didn't want it to like clash because the sound had to match up, of course. So this is definitely one of the most difficult parts, and we had to find out how loud the music had to be and how it worked out with the fade and everything like that. So. So the second she shuts the door, you can kind of hear like almost a white noise sound, and it makes it feel like it's eerie and creepy, like the ambiance of the house. And we actually put a white noise audio over it the minute the door closes, kind of to give the audience like more of like a cold feel when they go into the house. So definitely a shift from the previous scene to this one.
Dad! Dad!
So, those scenes of the food in the kitchen were inspired by some of our favorite films. They often use random cut scenes that are quiet to make it feel more unsettling for the viewers. And even though it's still showcasing Addison's perspective, it's still contrasting to the scene, and the quietness sort of makes it uncomfortable, which is definitely a factor that we wanted to include in a horror film. So the scene right now was being filmed from the outside of the house, and it almost feels like Addison's being watched in a way. When she turns around, it's like she saw something, but then again, she's more preoccupied on like where her father may be, so it's not really taking too much of her attention, but it's still there.
Dad!
So that mid shot of her walking through the kitchen shows the different perspectives of her going through the house, which is definitely a technique that we learned. We learned a lot about camera angles and things like that. So.
Dad!
And this right here is like a handheld camera angle showing whatever's happening to be seen as like unsettling and sort of unstable. So there's a lot going on right there. So first of all, there's a wide angle shot, kind of used to show the entire scene of what's going on. Like obviously her father's on the floor, she's screaming. There's a lot to look at. So that's why the scene widens and continues to back up. And also as the camera's slowly backing away, it's kind of like the audience is distancing themselves from her as she's like disassociating from the scene. And you hear like the ringing noise, which could be like what she's experiencing as she's like really surprised by the situation. And it's likely that she's like very frazzled by what's going on. So she's hearing like a ringing noise. And then there we have the glitch effect again. And that's what we did. Thank you guys for watching.